Hello, dear students, and welcome to another virtual English lesson. I am Diana Jelihovschii.
And I'm Maria Johnson.
To do rather than to think or feel.
Let's start off with what Bertrand Russell says. These propositions may seem mild, yet if accepted, they would absolutely revolutionize human life. With these words, Bertrand Russell introduces what is indeed a revolutionary book, Skeptical Essays, taken as his starting point the irrationality of the world. He offers, by contrast, something wildly paradoxical and subversive, a belief that reason should determine human actions. Today, Russell's defense of skepticism and independence of mind is as timely as ever. In clear, engaging prose, he guides us through the key philosophical issues that affect our daily lives: freedom, happiness, emotions, ethics, and beliefs, and offers no-nonsense advice.
Today, we propose you a small section from Skeptical Essays. After, you can express your opinion. How do you find author's view optimistic or a pessimistic one?
The tendency of culture is, and will probably continue to be, towards science and away from art and literature.
I imagine that 100 years hence, every fairly educated person will know a good deal of mathematics, a fair amount of biology, and a great deal about how to make machines.
Education, except for the few, will become more and more what is called dynamic. For example, will teach people to do rather than to think or feel.
They will perform all sorts of tasks of extraordinary skills, but will be incapable of considering rationally whether the tasks are worth performing.
The daily press presumably will be killed by broadcasting. A certain number of weeklies may survive for the expression of minority opinions.
But reading may come to be rare practice, its place being taken by listening to the gramophone or to whatever better invention takes its place. Similarly, writing will be replaced in ordinary life by the dictaphone.
If wars are eliminated and production is organized scientifically, it is probable that 4 hours workday will suffice to keep everybody in comfort. It will be an open question whether to work that amount and enjoy leisure, or to work more and enjoy luxuries. Presumably, some will choose one course, some the other. Do you really think that statement is right or wrong?
We will see. The hours of leisure will no doubt be spent by most people in dancing, watching football, and going to the movies. Children will be no anxiety, since the state will care of them. Illness will be very rare. Old age will be postponed by rejuvenation till a short time before death. According to Bertrand Russell, it will be a hedonist's paradise, in which almost everyone will find life so tedious and to be scarcely endurable. So in this way we finish this small fragment from Skeptical Essays, and now...
According to Russell's essay, are these statements right or wrong?
Let's take the first statement.
Bertrand Russell thinks literary education is doomed to disappear.
Let's see, it is true or it is false, or what is your opinion? But we think it is true. The second one.
Practical and mechanical skills will become less important. What do you think?
What about you, students?
Right. We don't think that one is correct.
The next one.
People will be more apt to criticize and reason.
Have some seconds to think about. According to the text is...
Incorrect.
It is
It's
incorrect.
not true. Fewer books and papers will be read. What do you think?
According to the text, it is true.
That's a true statement. Music and writing will both become things of the past.
Interesting. Yes, and according to this text, this statement is true.
Think about what you do. What makes that statement correct? Everyone will work fewer hours to spend more time looking after their families. Let's see.
Yeah,
Surprising.
Yeah, but according to the text, it is true. As today we sum up the topic education, we continue to practice synonyms and antonyms linked to this vocabulary. What are synonyms? Synonyms are words that possess almost the same general meaning. Antonyms? What are
A
antonyms?
word of antonym meanings, they're opposites.
So first, let's find together the following synonyms. How do you think, Maria? What is the synonym for the word skill?
Let's take a look to see. What do you think it is?
I think, let's give some seconds to the student, not to give the right answer. So, it is
Ability. Skill is to have an ability.
What about the second word? Educate.
Educate. Think about educate. Education. So what would that be? What word would we associate with education or to educate? You might be right. Very good. To teach.
To teach. Educate, to teach. Number 3, we have the word
Enhance. To enhance, means to do what? Yes, you're right. To deepen.
We think you are working with us together. The word number 4, it is faculty.
Think about faculty. Faculty would be department. Department.
The word number 5,
Qualified. What do you think would go with the word qualified?
let me think a little
Process of
bit.
elimination. We've already used teached and deepen and department.
So I think it is
Competent. Very good. Competent. If you're qualified, you're competent.
And the last one, we have the word
Enroll. To enroll in school. You do what? To enter. Very good.
You're right.
Now we will practice some antonyms.
And the first word, we have the word literate. How do you think? What is the antonym of the word literate?
The opposite of literate would be illiterate.
There is the first, but
Yes.
we have more options. It can be illiterate or
Uneducated. So to be the opposite of being literate is to be uneducated or illiterate.
the second one, it is the word experience.
To be experienced, the opposite is inexperience.
We continue.
Educated.
How do you think? Think about the topic we discussed on education, and the antonym, an antonym for the word educated is,
Uneducated.
and for profound knowledge we have
Without knowledge.
without knowledge. Or also we can use fair knowledge, no?
Fair knowledge.
So you have more option. One of them we can choose, it is without knowledge or fair knowledge. The next word is the word
Capable. The antonym for capable is incapable, or incompetent.
2 options we have.
Yes.
To do well at an exam. Maria, what is the antonym of this word?
The antonym for for doing well on an exam is, unfortunately, to fail an exam.
You do not have to fail the exam.
Final exam would be
It will be
the initial test, entrance exam.
or entrance exam. Absent.
If you're not absent, you are present.
Of course.
Ignorant. Many of you like to use that word.
Mm-hmm.
But the opposite is educated.
Of course, educated. To enter school.
Would be to leave school.
Easy. Enter school, to leave school. Now we will continue to form nouns corresponding to the following adjectives. So we have to form nouns from adjectives. And the first adjective we have creative. How do you think, Maria?
To form a noun with creative, we would add ity to the end of it, making it creativity.
Creativity. Creative. Creativity. What about knowledgeable?
Knowledge.
For sure. You have to remember all these things. Diligent, the next one is.
What do you think, you? Diligence. Notice diligent, diligence.
What about the word successful? About the adjective successful.
We have success. Some nouns were made from adjectives by removing the suffix.
So for this word we have creativity, knowledge, diligence, and
Success.
what about these words? The first is educated.
And to create a noun from that, we would make it education.
Ignorant,
Ignorance.
intellectual,
Intellect.
perseverant.
Perseverance.
Can you repeat them once again, please, Maria? All of them?
We have education, ignorance, intellect, and perseverance.
Well done. Competent, responsible, confident, active. Let's start with competent.
We have competence,
Responsible,
responsibility,
confident,
confidence,
active,
activity. Notice that the nouns, the adjectives that ended in ent were made a noun by adding ence.
like the word we had in the previous slide, diligent.
Yes. For diligence.
Now let's form nouns from the following verbs. So we work with the adjectives and now we go to the verbs. We have the verbs explain, know, inform, progress.
So from the verb explain, we would make it a noun with explanation.
The verb know,
Knowledge. Seen that one before.
we had in the adjective knowledgeable.
Yes.
Inform
Information.
and progress.
Progress.
So it is the same.
Notice that the word is spelled the same and it sounds basically about the same. To progress is progress.
So can you repeat them also again?
Explanation, knowledge, information, and progress.
Thank you. The next verbs. Teach, admit, appreciate, train. What about teach? Let's start with teach, the verb teach.
Teaching,
Admit,
admission,
appreciate,
appreciation,
train.
training.
Let's revise them once again.
Teaching, admission, appreciation, and training.
Cooperate, participate, achieve, examine. Cooperate. What is the noun from the verb cooperate?
Cooperation.
Participate.
Participation.
Achieve.
Achievement.
Examine.
Examination.
Let's revise them once again.
We have cooperation, participation, achievement, and examination.
Well done. And now, in the previous lesson we discussed about educational system in UK and US. Why not playing together a small quiz on this topic? What do you think, Maria?
Let's give it a try.
Okay, let's take the first.
What does the student receive after successfully completing a school?
Do you remember, dear students, about this? So it is
A diploma. You're
course.
right. That's what you should be striving for.
who may pay for a student's education? It is the second question. Who may pay for a student's education? How do you think, Maria?
Parents or the government.
Try to notice these things.
What is the grant awarded to a student by the university called? Remember, this is a grant.
Yeah, I like this grant. So it can be a scholarship awarded for merit or just a grant.
Yes.
Okay, next.
What is the person who examines a student during the exam called? What do you think?
Examines? For sure, it is an
Examinator.
well done.
What would you say if a student didn't pass an exam and has to repeat the course?
Unfortunately, they
failed.
Of course, they
Don't
failed.
do that.
No.
How can you describe an extraordinarily good student?
We can give more adjectives for this question, no? I can
Yeah,
give. And
okay.
you too. So, it can be talented,
Smart,
hardworking,
well-read.
or gifted.
Which one are you?
All of them. The next one.
How would you describe a person who doesn't give up in front of difficulties and seeks to reach?
For sure, the goals.
Yeah.
So, it is a...
Resilient person.
How do you describe, Maria, a person who manages to do a lot of things in a short period of time?
Someone quicker than me. We call those efficient, well-organized.
What?
Not many of us are well-organized. Not many students either. But I'm sure you are.
What about you, dear students?
What kind of knowledge do you need before you study the advanced areas of the subject?
Let me think.
Background knowledge.
Yeah.
Very good.
What are people who attend the same classes in school called?
Peers. Colleagues. What is the process of changing the educational system in a country called?
Such a difficult question, Maria. It is...
Educational reform. Seems to go on often, doesn't it?
Yes. What is the institution that takes care of children during the day called?
Daycare.
I hope you enjoyed this small quiz on the education topic.
We are now at the end of our lesson, but before we go, we would like to leave you with a few principles of learning. Be brave, be bold, be beautiful, be you. And don't forget, the brighter you are, the more you have to learn.
Be bright. Goodbye.
Goodbye.